somebody explain what the...
The goal of this play was to explain how human trafficking and how it works. It is believed that there is at least 27 million people that are being trafficked around the world. And apparently, 1/4 of these are from the Philippines. This drama we just did showed sex trafficking, but there are also many other forms. There is child soldiers and slave labor, which means working long hours in very bad conditions with no pay. In situations like our play about the sex trafficking, the trafficker will prey on people who are really lonely, are desperate, and they'll make promises of a better life when they have no intention of fulfilling those promises. As we showed in the play, the girl, myself, was very lonely, and I became more and more desperate as people ignored me, to the point where I was willing to take my life. The trafficker saw that and took advantage of the opportunity by making me feel like I was a princess, making me feel beautiful and important and loved. He won my trust by pretending to protect me when it was really his thugs that were attacking me. And once he won my trust, he began to take advantage of my trust by selling me. He forced me into prostitution, which can take many different forms. At that point, I was so bound by fear because he kept intimidating me, telling me he was going to, by threatening me of abuse, and I became completely powerless. The only way that I could get out was if someone was willing to rise up, to open their eyes to what was going on, to be my voice and be my freedom, and help me stand up.
Right on the seat bench. First of all, I want to send greetings to you from my wife, who is still in Canada, along with our 8 children. My wife and I are very involved in trying to raise awareness about human trafficking because it's a huge problem around the world. But today, as our service was going, I heard a theme, and I believe God would have me share from my life a little bit from what the Lord was saying already through the service. The sister who was leading worship, she read from Psalm 145 about declaring the mighty acts of God. And when we declare the mighty acts of God, we tell other people by the experience in our life that God is alive, and He exists, and He works in our lives, and He loves us. Like He loves the girl in the play, and He wants to give us life and give us healing. That psalm goes on, and near the end it says, "The Lord is near to all who call on Him, to all who call on Him in truth." And it's out of that verse that I want to share just 2 stories quickly from my life. I have known the Lord and walked with the Lord for 40 years. I was about 10 years old when I first said yes. And about 20 years ago, I was working, and the kind of work I did at that time was kind of like mining. We would have to drill holes underneath roads or rivers in order to get water from one side of the road to another, or a sewer pipe, or electric cable, or something like that. And so we would have a very big hole, maybe 20 meters long, 5 meters wide, and 10 meters deep sometimes. And this day, I was in a hole like that, and I was making preparations for the big drill machine to be lowered into the hole so that we could continue our next piece of the project. So I was in the hole, and the crane operator was outside and he started to lower the machine into the hole. And something went wrong. We still don't know what, but the crane and the machine, which weighed 7 tons, came crashing into the hole, with me in the hole. Somebody called when the crane started falling and said, "Andy!" I looked up, and in an instant, the Lord had told me what I needed to do, and so I went flat on the ground, and there was a small, like a ditch, just a small ditch, and I fell into that ditch, and the machine came right on top, across the ditch. The only